In South Africa, behind a glittering facade of lavish churches and charismatic preachers, many false prophets prey upon the vulnerable and desperate. These false prophets use fake miracles and healing sessions to lure people to follow them. However, the ones we listed here broke the news with their controversial deeds and claims. In this video, we look at 10 Mzansi pastors who shocked the Christian community. But before we dive into the details, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the notification button for future content. Number 1. Pastor Mzansi Mkhithi for allowing drinking alcohol in church. Habola church pastor Mzansi Mkhithi became well known in South Africa after news of him giving church congregations alcohol broke out. Most people were shocked and didn't believe their eyes because it is an uncommon practice. Habola means drinking in South Africa's Setswana language. Habola Church believes its congregation connects with God through consuming large amounts of alcohol during services. According to the founding pastor who calls himself a pope of the church, new congregations get baptized by alcohol by simply getting their favorite booze blessed. He said his church aims to save the rejected sinners who are considered outcasts by society. It's just the way he does it is controversially unique to the Christian world that others say it's not a legit church, instead it's a beer hall.
Countless of our members are dressing like ladies and gentlemen in our church.
But countless of them they also smoke and drink?
Countless of them are smoking and drinking.
Inside the church?
Even the bishop is doing likewise because he's leading by example.
Number 2. Prophet Penuel Mnguni feeds snakes to congregations. When you think of Prophet Penuel Mnguni, you will definitely see that Habola Church is a better devil because Penuel doesn't feed congregants with alcohol, but he feeds people snakes, grass, and rats. Penuel gained a new name and people started to call him a snake pastor after viral videos of him feeding congregations dead snakes. He runs a church named End Times Disciples Ministries Church, and he gained popularity through doing dubious activities in the church. Number 3. Pastor Leseho Daniel gave congregants petrol. In the same years of Penuel's new-founded fame, another pastor, known as Pastor Leseho Daniel, fed his congregations petrol, claiming he had anointed it into a fizzy drink. In videos which went viral, congregants are seen drinking fuel and claiming it tastes like pineapple juice. Pastor Leseho had the same rituals as Pastor Penuel of causing congregants to eat grass, claiming everything the Lord blessed can be eaten. Number 4. Pastor Enigma claims to have seen Jesus. I'm sure most of you know Pastor Enigma, who has been trending for almost 2 years now. The pastor gained popularity by claiming that he saw Jesus in his visions telling him how Christians should live. Other claims include the clothes women should wear as Christians. He said Jesus is not happy with indecent clothes nowadays women wear, including trousers. He made several claims that were shocking to the Christian world, such as to say, people who don't give tithes will go to hell and man who cuts their hairs on the sides were going to hell too. Other things he said would send people to hell include using perfumes, using condoms, going to the gym, and having tattoos.
Why? uJesu ukwatele abafundisi abatshela ibandla ukuthi thathani ivaccine ukuthi ningafi what uJesu ukwatile ukuthi why mfundisi ushumayeza abantu ifaith ukuthi izinto ukuthi sinoJesu unamandla.
Number 5. Pastor Alpha Lekau raising a dead person in church. Another pastor who shocked the nation is Pastor Alpha Lekau, who once raised a dead person back to life live on television in his church. Of course, one would say there is nothing wrong with that. It's obvious we would all wish our loved ones who died rise again. But the issue is there was a lot of controversy around his resurrection act. According to reports, Alpha Lekau paid a person who was unknown to his congregation to act as a dead person so he could raise him up from the dead. Of course, he denied these claims, but the relatives of the man who was raised from the dead did confirm that they didn't know their relative had died. The man who was raised from the dead was a Zimbabwean man by the name of Elliot Moyo, and it was revealed he concealed his identity, which confirm it was all an act. Number 6. Pastor Bushieri, fake miracles. Malawian Pastor Bushieri billed his name to relevance by doing fake miracles in his church in Pretoria. His miracles include growing unequal hands, prophesying people, promising blessings, and other dubious activities. According to most Malawians, Bushiri is a fake prophet who started to prophesy lies even when he was in Malawi. So, they say they saw through him and were shocked to see South Africans believing in him. On top of lying about his miracles, followers were shocked to see that Bushiri was linked to fraudulent activities which costed followers money and rape charges as well. It's shocking how a holy man is found guilty of rape and fraudulent activities. Number 7. Pastor Tim Omatoso was charged for raping congregants. South African-based Nigerian pastor Timothy Omatoso is also among those pastors with no self-control while claiming to be holy. Tim Omatoso was charged of rape after congregants reported him. Most South Africans were shocked to learn that a pastor has been using congregants in such ways. He denying these charges, claiming it was consensual, but it remains controversial that a pastor was sleeping with fellow church members who he is not married to. Number 8. Pastor Stephen Zondo, charged of raping congregants. Another pastor who shocked the nation is Stephen Zondo, who was accused by congregants of his church of rape. However, the pastor denied the charges, claiming he is innocent, and all those charges was just a smear campaign. Though the pastor doesn't do miracles to lure crowds to his church, if indeed he committed the crime, it will be another shocking thing from the pastors. Number 9. Pastor Motswening, raised the dead and taking selfies in heaven. Most people know that Pastor Motswening is a controversial pastor and is really dramatic. He claimed to have raised the dead and took selfies in heaven. There is no evidence of those pictures which he took with angels in heaven, and South Africa could only be amazed by such dubious claims. However, he charged his followers money to view these proof of his heavenly journey. Last year, videos and pictures of him holding a panga or machete emerged where he was intimidating the grandmother of his grandchildren because he wanted custody of those children. People could only wonder why a true pastor of God would be violent to such an extent to even hold a weapon against a family member. Number 10. Pastor Joshua Mlakila predicted rapture dates. In the month of September, South Africa and the world at large was sent into panic after a South African man, Joshua Mlakila, claimed rapture was going to happen on the 23rd or 24th of September. Embarrassingly, rapture never happened, as Joshua was on a video conference call with other pastors who believed his vision or prophecy. According to Joshua on a Twins podcast, he claimed to have seen Jesus and angels in a vision, and he was told to tell the world that rapture was going to take place in September. His speech was filled with confidence, and you could see this man saw something and you could believe him. Unfortunately, we are now in October and the rapture never happened.
I'll say this again. The date of the 23rd, which is going to be the rapture of the church, this date is irrefutable.
It's final.
It is final. It is.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.